Right now, millions of people are hosting a tiny invader that will completely hijack their bodies for 9 months. This invader will steal their nutrients, compress their organs, rewire their brain chemistry, and push their cardiovascular system to the absolute limit. And they're doing it voluntarily. This is pregnancy, and from your organ's perspective, it's biological warfare. For roughly 280 days, a pregnant body becomes ground zero for one of nature's most extreme transformations. Every major organ system gets pushed beyond its normal operating limits. Space becomes a luxury, resources become scarce, and your organs have no choice but to adapt or fail. To understand just how brutal this process is, we need to follow the timeline from the moment that tiny cluster of cells arrives until the dramatic finale 9 months later. Let's start at the beginning. The instant implantation happens, your ovaries and the developing placenta unleash a hormone tsunami. Progesterone and human chorionic gonadotropin, or HGC, flood your bloodstream at concentrations your body has never seen before. Your brain notices immediately. These hormone levels are abnormal. Something big is happening. The brain's solution: emergency power-saving mode. Shut down non-essential functions. Divert all energy to survival. This is why you feel absolutely exhausted. Your body is building an entirely new organ, the placenta, while simultaneously supporting the rapidly dividing embryo. It's like running a marathon while constructing a factory. Your brain forces you to sleep so you don't waste precious energy. Meanwhile, your stomach is in chaos. The same progesterone that supports pregnancy also relaxes the valve between your stomach and esophagus. Stomach acid rises freely. Food that normally stays down wants to come back up. This is morning sickness, and it's not a design flaw. It's likely an evolutionary safeguard. By making you sensitive to certain foods and smells, your body protects the vulnerable developing embryo from potentially harmful substances. But perhaps the strangest thing happening is inside your immune system. Normally, your immune cells destroy anything with foreign DNA. But this embryo is genetically half someone else. Your immune system should be attacking it. Instead, your body performs an incredible balancing act. It suppresses certain immune responses just enough to tolerate the baby, while still defending you against actual infections. It's like negotiating a ceasefire in a war where the enemy is living inside your headquarters. By the second trimester, the baby is growing fast, and it needs space. Lots of space. Space that your organs currently occupy. Your uterus expands from the size of a pear to the size of a watermelon. To accommodate this, your intestines migrate upward and to the sides. Your stomach gets squeezed. Your diaphragm, the main muscle responsible for breathing, gets pushed up by nearly 4 centimeters. This creates a serious problem. Your lungs have less room to expand, yet your body needs more oxygen than ever because you're breathing for 2. The solution? Take more breaths. Your respiratory rate increases by 10 to 15%. You're taking shallower, faster breaths just to meet the demand. Your heart has perhaps the most demanding job. It needs to pump nearly 50% more blood than usual. That's an extra 1.5 liters circulating through your system. Why? Because the baby needs its own blood supply, and the placenta is an incredibly hungry organ demanding massive amounts of oxygen and nutrients. To handle this workload, your heart increases by 10 to 20 beats per minute. Your blood vessels dilate. But here's the catch. Your blood volume expands so rapidly that your bone marrow can't produce red blood cells fast enough to keep up. You become mildly anemic. The baby is literally stealing your iron to build its own blood cells. This is why pregnant people crave iron-rich foods like red meat and spinach. Your body is screaming for resources. Your kidneys are also working overtime, filtering about 25% more blood than normal. But the expanding uterus starts pressing on your bladder. Less storage capacity means constant bathroom trips. By late pregnancy, you'll feel like you're living in the bathroom. And then there's the placenta itself, arguably the most demanding organ in this entire process. It's a temporary organ that exists solely to extract resources from your body and deliver them to the baby. Think of it as a highly effective parasite with a 9-month lease. The placenta doesn't just take what's available in your bloodstream. If your diet doesn't provide enough calcium, it pulls it directly from your bones and teeth. This is why some people experience dental problems during pregnancy. The baby needs calcium to build its skeleton, and your body will sacrifice your own bone density to provide it. Your metabolism increases by 10 to 25%. You're burning more calories at rest than you normally would during light exercise. This generates extra heat, which is why pregnant people often feel uncomfortably warm, even in cool environments. Around week 18 to 25, something new happens. The baby starts moving with enough force that you can feel it. These aren't gentle flutters. By the second trimester's end, these kicks are strong enough to visibly move your organs. Your liver gets elbowed, your stomach gets kicked, your intestines get pummeled, and there's nothing you can do about it except wait for the baby to shift position. The third trimester is when the pressure reaches its absolute peak. The baby now weighs several pounds and is running out of room. Your organs are crammed into whatever space remains. You experience something bizarre, being hungry and full simultaneously. Your stomach has been pushed so far up and compressed so much that it can't hold a normal meal. A few bites and you're full, but the baby demands an extra 300 to 500 calories per day. So you're constantly hungry, but physically unable to eat enough at once. The only solution is to eat small amounts continuously throughout the day. Something remarkable happens to your skeleton. The hormone relaxin loosens your joints and ligaments to prepare for birth. But it doesn't just affect your pelvis. Your rib cage actually expands by up to 5 centimeters, creating desperately needed breathing room. Your center of gravity shifts forward as the baby grows. To compensate, your spine curves more dramatically, creating enormous strain on your lower back. Your pelvis tilts, your hips widen. Even walking becomes awkward because your entire skeleton is changing shape. And then, around week 36, the baby's head descends into your pelvis, a process called lightening. This relieves some pressure on your lungs and stomach. Finally, you can breathe a bit easier and eat slightly larger meals. But now the baby is pressing directly on your bladder, your bowels, and a dense network of pelvic nerves. Every kick, every shift sends shockwaves through your entire lower body. When labor begins, your body releases a surge of oxytocin. Your uterus contracts with incredible force, enough to push a several-pound human being through a 10-centimeter opening. Your cervix, sealed shut for 9 months, dilates. Your pelvic bones, loosened by months of relaxin, shift to widen the birth canal. Every system coordinates for one of the most physically extreme events your body will ever experience. And then, after hours of contractions, the baby emerges. Your organs finally have room to breathe. You might expect your body to celebrate, and in some ways it does. Your lungs expand fully. Your stomach can hold food again. Your bladder isn't under constant siege. But recovery takes time. Your uterus needs about 6 weeks to shrink from watermelon back to pear size. Your hormone levels plummet dramatically, which explains postpartum mood swings. Your heart gradually reduces its output. Your blood volume decreases. Your skeleton slowly returns to its pre-pregnancy shape. And just when everything is finally settling down, many bodies do it all over again. Because despite the exhaustion, the nausea, the compression, and the pain, humans keep choosing to grow new humans. Evolution has refined pregnancy over millions of years into a brutal but extraordinarily effective process. Pregnancy is a reminder that your body is capable of extraordinary things. It's a biological marathon, a full system transformation, and one of the most extreme challenges a human can endure. Your organs don't get medals. They just adapt, survive, and prepare to do it again if needed. They're the unsung heroes of one of life's greatest transformations. If you enjoyed learning about the extraordinary biology of pregnancy, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos in a nutshell. Thanks for watching.